Hello, my name is Steve Hoffman. In Silicon Valley, they call me Captain Hoff because I am the captain and CEO of Founderspace. Today, I'm going to answer the question, how does young talent in developing countries that's focused on new technologies like the AI, blockchain, big data, all that stuff, make its way and connect with startups and big companies in Europe and America? So how do you do that? Well, let me give you an answer. It's not easy, right? If you have money, you can actually come to Silicon Valley. That's like the best place in the world. And there are different conferences and meetups and events happening every single night in Silicon Valley. And they're open to everybody. And there's people from all over the world here. And you can start to connect with them and actually talk with them and get relationships. Some of them may be at Facebook or Google or a hot young startup. And those relationships lead to collaborations. That's one way. But that requires you have the funds to actually come here and spend time here. It's not going to happen probably in a week. You probably have to stay here at least a couple months to build those type of relationships. The same with Europe. You could go to London, you could go to Berlin, all this stuff, but it gets expensive. What are other ways? So another way is to actually go on websites like Upwork, and you can list yourself. There are a lot of them out there. You can list yourself as a freelancer, contractor in whatever you specialize in, and people will come to you with work. Now, it's very competitive. It's hard to be found. You have to earn a good reputation, so it's not the easiest. What's another way? Another way for you to get connected with companies here is to offer your services through an incubator or accelerator. So there are lots of incubators or accelerators. We're one of them. You could go to an incubator and accelerator and offer your services to the startups at the beginning for a really low rate or even free, just to get started and build relationships. Again, it's very competitive. There's lots of people around the world, wanting to get hired by these startups and big companies, but it's hard to break in. One way to do it is if you're not doing anything. Like, this is what I tell startup founders. If you're just sitting there waiting for a job to happen, go out and do something for free. Offer yourself, say, hey, I'll build that website for you for free. You're an early stage startup. I know you don't have money. I'll do it for free. And then you build a relationship. And I will tell you, most startup founders and especially big companies, if you're helping them out, doing stuff for them, they're going to want to pay you back. They're going to, if you're good. If you're not good, they're not going to hire you. But assuming you are really talented, there is a high probability that they're going to say, oh, you've been great. I have this project. I have this project. I have this project. You could volunteer as a remote intern. Usually companies want interns in their space. But look, you could say, I'm a remote intern. I'm willing to work for free, or I'm willing to work for almost nothing. Hire me. Have me do something for your company. You can apply to a lot of companies. Another tool, especially, startups, they don't have money, like a lot of them. But a lot of them, if they are promising, they will get funded, and that's when they can hire you. But at the early stages, that's when you can capture their attention by offering your services at a much lower price or free when other people won't. Now you go to other areas, and it's better, honestly. It's better than sitting around your house just waiting. If you go to big companies, it's much harder. So you got to get in with a big company. Now, what you may do is become active on their social networks, like giving advice. If they have a platform where there's feedback and other things, you could be active on those and actually connect with people in the organization through that. You can also go to websites like LinkedIn and directly contact people at the corporations you want to work for, talk about your talents, and also talk about their company. What can you do for them? When you go up to anybody and want to get something, if you're talented, they can't tell. They don't know how talented you are. They don't, there's people come, all the time. But you got to think about what they want. Is there something that you can offer them that they don't have, that they aren't getting? Some insight, some service, some promotion, cross-promotion. Try to figure out something that they need that you can give them? Is it help in marketing? Is it help understanding a technology? Can you give them a free class in the technology? Is it help coding or doing something like that? Think about what they may need. And you can find out a lot of this, by what they're posting on different sites, like Quora itself. If you're on Quora, you can look around at people's questions, see where they're from. Are they at a startup? Are they at a big corporation? Are they asking a question about a specific problem? Can you help them solve that problem? That's one way. There's so many different ways, all the Facebooks and all the other social networks to connect with people. But think in their mind what they need. You offer them what they need. They get to know you. They get to trust you. They get to like you. And then you get connected and you start collaborating. Good luck. I'm Captain Hoff, and I want you to go out there if you're really talented and succeed.